Are you ready to thrive for 2025? Is that one of your resolutions? Well, we're going to help you do that. Mark Rabinowitz is here from Thrive, and I want to say Happy New Year.
And Happy New Year to you and to everybody who's watching.
Yes. Now, you don't have any trading post stuff for us today to sell, so we're going to skip that. But for folks who are used to seeing,
hope everyone tunes in for the trading post.
You'll be back next Wednesday for trading posts. Make sure.
Right.
But for today, we're going to be talking about your association with Thrive. And you know, New Year's is that time of year when people say, I'm going to do X, Y, or Z. I'm going to make a difference. And it's a good year. It's a good time to kind of reassess where you're at and where you want to go, right?
Yes, very much so. We've all done that during the course of our lives. We've set expectations for ourselves at the beginning of a year. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And then 2 weeks after the new year has come and, you know, we're into the next one, the next year, those expectations start to drop off. Why? We all have different reasons why. I've done it certainly as much as everybody who is watching us. But the one thing is that you have to continue to be persistent. And you have to continue to try to improve because there's two ways to go, forward or backwards.
Right.
And I know for myself, I'm one of these guys that backwards is not where I want to go. So even if I'm not successful at a given something that I decided I wanted to do, I keep little bitty steps moving in a given direction. And I just don't quit. I don't give up.
Right. And I think that's one of the things that frustrates people at first. Because they have this expectation that I'm going to be successful, I'm going to lose the weight, I'm going to get healthy, I'm going to do whatever it is, I'm going to keep the house clean. And then it doesn't hit that mindset of whatever that goal was, so they give up on it. Instead of saying, hey, I am doing better than I was. Maybe I haven't reached my goal yet, but it's better than it was 3 or 4 weeks ago, so let's keep at it, right?
I think you hit the nail on the head there, Michael, is it's better than it was. That's a step forward.
Right.
So you make that step the first one of the next movement or directional movement, and that's continue to climb that ladder.
Right. And we have to set reasonable goals for ourselves. That's one of the things I think is important too.
Absolutely.
I'm going to lose 40 pounds in 3 months is like kind of a big ask.
You watch too many commercials.
Yeah, right. Weight loss now.
Yeah.
But you know, I think when we're saying, okay, I didn't walk every day or whatever I promised myself to do, so then I just give up on it is a poor way to, like you said, move forward and take those steps.
By all means. I know for myself, Carol and I, her hip is recovered and she broke her toe and that's recovered. And the last couple of weeks, we've been out walking almost every day because that's what we love to do. All over the area we live here in the village, down to Dana Point, I mean, all over. But the fact of the matter is we put on our shoes and our jackets and we walked out the door and we kept moving. And that's exactly what you were saying.
Yeah, and isn't that Max? And I did a walk at the beach yesterday on New Year's Day, and I always know, because I do it pretty consistently, we're down there a lot with my fiance and that kind of thing, and but it was an explosion of people. Everybody's out there doing their New Year's resolutions. I'm like, oh yeah, everybody's out here doing their walks and going to watch the sunset, and I'm going to watch the sunset every night kind of thing. And those are the things I think that people have to be aware of to make themselves these really hardcore promises, and then the minute they fail, it's an all or nothing kind of feeling.
That's where, at least those of us who are part of the Thrive Committee, we take exception to that giving up. And so you didn't make it in this direction, so try another direction. Forward direction, but go left instead of going right, or up or down, wherever it might be. You don't stop and you don't quit. You keep moving forward. It's when, personally speaking, it's when I stop doing something and then it's all gone. And then I'll never achieve any goal that I've ever set for myself. although I'm not afraid to not reach a goal because I've got others that I've set for myself.
Right.
And my expectations of myself don't always come to pass.
So we just had the Thrive information on the screen there. Talk for folks who don't know, what does Thrive do? I know you have a lot of partnerships with Memorial Care and things like that.
Yes.
What are the goals of Thrive throughout the year?
Thrive is to help people just do that. Go to the dictionary and look up the word thrive. And it's a betterment. I'm not a scholar, but it's make yourself better. Help somebody else to become better. Mm-hmm. Don't just sit on your backside, but get up, and one of your neighbors needs a hand moving something up some stairs and they can't do it. Mm-hmm. Tell them, come knock on my door, I'll be happy to help you.
Mm-hmm. And I think Thrive, maybe not within the technical definition of it, but also Thrive comes with engagement too, right? People in the community.
Of course it does.
Because it's always, if you want to go, if you want to go fast, go alone, but if you want to go far, go with people.
Yes.
And so I think that's that thing where you want to have a community of people that support you in whatever those goals might be. Tell people those goals, and we have a great community here that can do that for you.
The community here is just that, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're going to have you onto the Thrive committee here.
I just volunteered myself.
You did. But in what you're saying, in my mind, and I'm sure in the minds of the other folks who are on the committee, and there aren't many of us, but we just keep trying to get folks to better themselves, if you will. Mm-hmm. Help others, and don't always just think of yourself. Mm-hmm,
mm-hmm. One thing that happens in the new year and those kind of things is sometimes people get, like right after the holidays, I was just mentioning that in the open, kind of like a wah-wah. Oh, the holidays are over. I just took down all my decorations and everything goes back to normal. Is that kind of a feeling that people can kind of get stuck into at the beginning of the year?
I would certainly think so.
Yeah.
Routine becomes just that. Mm-hmm. That's where taking a step out of your routine can be very helpful. Mm-hmm. Going to help a neighbor or getting involved with a group here in the village mm-hmm. that is designed to help other folks. That's taking a step out of that revolution, if you will, that mm-hmm. wheel that you get on in. And you get stuck in, yeah. It's all about bettering yourself and others and helping other people where and when you can.
All right. Well, Mark Rabinowitz from Thrive, thank you for joining us. Kind of like a good move, good interview for our first one of the year, and get some folks stepping forward.
This is a wonderful time to start moving forward, isn't it? Beginning of the year.
Absolutely. There's the Thrive information on the screen there, folks. Thanks, Mark, and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you, too.
And maybe you're a musician. You want to get involved with the All Musicians Club. We'll talk about them next.